Hello beautiful people, welcome you back to my channel. How you guys all doing today? I hope you are all doing great. Okay, today's video is going to be a very interesting one. I want to show you how to make this off shoulder overlap jumpsuit. Okay, yeah, and this is the fabric I'm going to be using. I already have here cut out some pieces, so here I'm cutting out for the back piece first. Okay, mind you, this is the upper part I'm cutting out first before the trouser part. So and the half length I'm working with is 16 inches. So in order to know the width, here you use the bust measurement, which is obviously the biggest part. Then the bust measurement is 32. If I divided it by 4, I had 8. So what I have here is it just add extra 3 inches of allowance to it. Of course, also the zipper allowance, so that helps you to know the width to work with, right? Yeah, so here I already have marked out the zipper allowance of 2 inches. Okay, so remember it's an off shoulder. Depending on how off you want it to be, might be 4, 5, 6, depending on what you want. So I'm doing 4. I'm taking out 4 from it, so which means I'm going to be placing my tape at the 4 inches mark. So I'll place it here and I'll take note of my chest line, which is at 9, and say the bust point line. I don't necessarily need all these ones anyway, just to indicate it at 10.5. Then of course the length of the top. So I'll just convert this to a straight line. So this is just the chest line, okay, and the bust point line I have here. So from here, from this zipper line, this is where every measurement is starting from, right? So from here, I'm just going to put in the shoulder mark I'm working with. Depending on what you want, you can use your bust span, you can use 5, you can use 5.5, which is ideal for an average woman. So but I'm going to make use of 5 inch here for the shoulder. But in order to know how to calculate this, all you need to do, just put in your shoulder measurement, divide it by 2, and take away 2 inches from it. 1.5 or 2 inches. It will give you an idea of the shoulder width to use here. So I'm making use of 5 here. Okay, so 5 inches here, of course, adds extra 0.5 inches to it. So automatically it's 5.5 here. Okay, yeah. So on this chest line, I'm just going to input the bust measurement, which is 32, like I said, divided by 4. I have 8, so I'll put in 8 here. Don't forget, I'm starting from this zipper line, not here. So mark 8, then I'll add extra 3 inches of allowance, which is okay, more than enough. But it's better to have excesses to trim out for, because I'll also be turning it with lining, okay? Yeah. So extra 3 inches of allowance. And for the waistline, which is 28, if I divide by 4, I have 7, with extra 3 inches of allowance as well. So I'll just connect it from the bust to the waist. Then from here, this shoulder mark here, I'm just going to create my armhole curve to the bust line. Just creating the armhole curve this way. Please, if you have your curve ruler, feel free to use it. Okay, then here, remember we're already taking out of 4. So I just want the neckline to come down a bit. So I'll work with 6 inches. So I'll just come down by 6 inches. Okay, so from here now, I'll connect it to this neckline. You can see this is as easy and straightforward as that. So I'll extend this to the zipper line. And guys, we're done. That's it, guys. That's simple. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So I would like to indicate this zipper allowance, and of course I'll be slitting this open. So here the back piece is ready. So here I have this piece of paper I would like to use, okay, so that I can just trace it out properly and before transferring it to my fabric, because I'm trying to actually manage the fabric I have. So what I'll do first of all is to create the overlapping width that I need. So I'll be using say 6, 7 or 8 inches for that. So I work with 7 inches. So I'll just go ahead and first of all mark out the overlapping width of say 7 inches. So I'll go ahead and place this. So mind you, remember this is the zipper allowance, right? So I need this to be folded inside, okay? Because we are assuming this is like an unfold. We call this unfold, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to have this folded inside. No, you don't have to put it this way to be able to cut out, okay? So I have to fold this inside. So I'll just place it over now at this mark we have here. So what I'm going to do now is just to trace out the armhole and the sides, okay? Then of course I'll also trace out the neckline, even though I'm not going to actually cut it out. So I'll go ahead and trace out all I have here. Okay, so here I have it traced out. So what I need to do now is to take, so this part, you know, this one indicates the starting point here, right? This indicates the starting point. So I just wanted this neckline to be a guide. Remember, this is a neckline of 6 inches, if you remember. So I'm just going to take my curve from here so that this will be a guide. So I don't have to go in, you understand? That is why I actually left it. Because if I go in, by the time it's overlap, you might end up having the neckline deeper than the 6 inches you initially, you know, marked out. I hope you understand that. So I'll just go ahead and take this curve over this way and let it get down about 2 inches above. Okay, so I'll just come up, say about 2 inches upward here. Then I'll take a curve. I hope you can see this. It's that simple. So I just connect this properly. There's nothing confusing here. Remember, we just placed over the front piece here. And from this tip here, I'm just creating a curve all the way to 2 inches above the hemline. That's it. So I'll just go ahead and trace this out. So guys, here is what we need to cut out the front piece. So I'll go ahead and place this on my fabric, right side facing each other, and I'll cut this out. So here the piece are all ready. So here is the front piece. So what I did first, before opening this up, I'll just place it over and take note of um, the dart line. So at this back piece, still having it folded in, I just took the bust span measurements of 8 divided by 2, that's 4. So I created a notch for both the front and back, so it will let me know where to fix in my dart. Okay, so I'll have this open up. So here is the back piece. You can see this. This is the back piece, and of course, this is the front piece. You see the way it looks. You see how it looks. So that's it, guys. You can see this is all ready, and also the back piece. So the next thing, of course, is to cut out this. So for the sleeve, this is what I'm using. I'm using this fabrics, and it's going to be a short length sleeve, and there is a puffy sleeve as well, and it's going to have a little band of about 2 inches at the lower part, and the round sleeve is 10. So because it's going to be puffy, so I'll multiply it by 2. So 10 multiplied by 2, that's 20. So I have approximately 20 here. So I'll use all this. Okay. So I'm just using this. Then on this part, which is the armhole part, all I need to do is to take the back piece of my top on the armhole part. I'll just place it over at the edge so I can just trace out the shape I have there. It's as easy as that. So you can see what I'm doing. This is the armhole part. I'm just tracing what I have here. So you can see this is as easy as that. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. And I'll split this side open. So you can see the sleeve is just a straight one, very easy. Okay, so if you open it up, you have it this way, looking this way. You can see. So what we're going to be doing here now, you're going to be pleating this lower part. I'll be pleating it to the round sleeve of 10 inches. Okay, remember we said the round sleeve is 10 inches, so I'm going to be splitting it into the band that will be creating. Okay, so here I have this piece. Okay, so this is a width of 5. So if I fold this into 2, I have 2.5 here. So all I need to do now is to measure out the 10 inches I have here. So here, when I pleat this into 10 inches now, everything is going to fit into this bag. Okay, everything is going to be fitting into this bag. So that's it. It's that simple. Yeah, why this curve part will end up sewing it at the armhole side for the top as well. So that's it, guys, on how to cut out this sleeve. So the next thing I'll show you now is how to cut out the cape. So before you do that, you must have joined both the front and the back piece together. So just to demonstrate for you guys, here, this is the back piece. So I joined the back piece. So the cape, you can actually do it in 2 ways. Either you fix it separately, you know, before joining the back piece, or you can join the back piece before fixing it, whichever way. But just to have the side first. So here I have the back piece now. So I've joined the zipper allowance part now. So I have it in one piece. Then I'll take one of the front piece. I'll join it at the side, as you see. Join it by the side, then take the other piece as well. Don't forget the right sides are facing each other. So you have it now like this. So if you see the way it's looking, so what is left now, you can see what is left now is just to fix in the sleeve. So this is the part where you're going to be fixing in the sleeve after you must have created the puff sleeve together with the band. So for demonstration's sake, I'll take this little piece, assuming this is our sleeve. Okay, I'll just attach this now to the armhole part. So you can see this is just one part doing the same thing. So I'm just going to work with this. So you can see, assuming this is the sleeve now. Okay, so like I said, you can either work with it when the back piece is is closed up, or when you have it separated. Okay, so let's assume the back piece, I'm separating it from the back piece so that after fixing the cape, then you can join it to the back piece, whichever one. So here now, I just have a single piece. This is just for one part now. You can see this is just for one part. So what I will do now is to spread this open. So this is what we are going to use now to cut out the cape one. So ideally, you place this on maybe a very wide paper. Advisable you do that. Okay. So you can see this, placing it over a plain piece of paper. I can just trace out the shape that I need. So this part now, just trace out the parts where we are going to be fixing in the cape. We're taking it from here all the way to the sleeve. So if you wanted to stop, say before the zipper allowance, you stop where you want. But if you are going to be sewing it inside the zipper, then you stop wherever it is you want. Okay. So once I've traced it out, you can see the shape I have. So all I need to do now is just to put in the length of my cape. So for instance, the length of my cape, I want it to be 5 inches. Don't forget, you must also put in the allowances you'll be using to turn it over, okay? Because you're going to be using maybe a line or something to turn over the lining. So don't forget to put that. Say example, we're using 5 inches. Okay, so you're just going to, mark out this. So this is just going to be a guide. Okay, so you can see this. So if I go ahead and trace out this, so you can actually use one of these patterns to cut out for both, for the both side of the sleeve. Okay, so once that is done, you will now sew. This time around, you're going to be sewing from the inside. Okay, once you sew from the inside, which is the wrong side, all through, after that, you'll be turning it outward. So you have your cape standing outward this way. I hope you see this. So you can decide to be creative, just maybe create any kind of shape that you want on the outer part of it. So you can see this, okay? So after that, once you are done, you can now, attach it to the other piece and fix in your zipper, or like I said, if you want it to stop before the zipper, then you can also stop at that. And once that is done, the top part is ready. The only thing that will be left now, of course, is to join it to the lower part, which is what? The trouser part. So for the trouser, this is the length I'm working with. I took away half length from the full length measurement with the extra hemming allowance at the upper and the lower part, so I have this. So here, the waistline, here is the hip line at 9, the crotch length at 13, the new length at 19, and of course the floor length. Remember, this is a jumpsuit, so I don't ordinarily have to use the exact, crotch length I will use maybe when I'm making for a regular trouser part, okay? Okay, yeah. So before that, I'll come to this lower part now. At this very lower part, I'm just going to go up by 2 inches here. I'm just trying to create a shape for my hip. 2 inches at this lower part. Then I'll come to this knee length and make it 1.5. Then I'll come to the waistline and do, say, 3/4. Okay, all this is just to create a shape, a hip shape. So all this line, I'm going to be connecting them to the hip line. So I'll come to this hip line. So the hip measurement is 38 divided by 4. I have 9.5. So I'll put in 9.5 here plus extra 3 inches of allowance. So for the this squat length, I'm going to be putting in the round flap here. The round flap here is 25. If I divide it by 2, in this case, I'll be having 12.5. So I have 12.5 here. So I'm just going to go up by 1 inch extra. This is the crotch length. Okay. Then coming to the round knee here is 18. Yeah, divide by 2, that's 9. So we'll have 9 here. So I'll add extra 2 inches of allowance. Then I'll go down to the floor length, which is the ankle. The round ankle is 14 divided by 2. I have 7. I'll also add 2 inches extra allowance. Okay, so all I'll do now is to connect these points together. You can see this is ready. So all is left now is to cut this out. So here, guys, you can see the front piece is ready. So I'm just going to place this over the back piece. So here I have the front piece over the back piece. So all I'll do now is to come to this crotch length. I want to just straight this out so that you can really see the crotch line here. So I'll just come up here at this crotch length and extend it to, say, 1.5 inches here. Then I'll come to the very lower part and do, say, 3/4 inch, half inch or 3/4 inch. So I'm going to take it from this crotch length, follow the same shape all the way to this lower part. I hope you can see this. Here at the crotch length, 1.5 inches upward. Then the lower part, say 3/4 inches. So I'm just going to take it from here all the way to the lower part. just following out the same shape. Then of course on this part I'll do the same thing, connect it such a way that it will dissect to meet this point as well. Just a little bit of space, like half of an inch, but make sure it dissects at this edge here. You can see this. It's as easy as that, okay? Yeah. So what is left now for this other side, we're just going to follow out the same shape here. But at this top part, in order to create room for the darts, so this back piece, I'll just come mark out 1 inch extra. So from this 1 inch, just connect it to the hip line, okay? So you can see this. Then every other part will trace it equally. I hope you can see this, guys. So guys, here you can see this. The trouser pants is ready. So all is left now is just to join this piece together and attach it to the upper part of the dress. Okay, and in case you're not familiar with this, please, I have several videos on how to, cut out a trouser pant, and also how to take a proper body measurement for a pant trouser in case you're not familiar with the terms we use here. So that's it, guys, on how to make this beautiful outfit. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching as we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Okay, if you find this helpful, please go ahead, like, share, and also if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that as well. I will appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I can't stop thanking you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Till I see you on the next video. Have a beautiful day.